Instagram introducing an add yours sticker. What's going on there?
Yeah, so it seems like Instagram is just rolling out a whole host of different things we spoke about. I think it was the collab feature that they introduced last week. So this add yours sticker, I'm not 100% sure on how it works, but it seems like you can put up a story and put up a sticker, and it's, let's say, outfit of the day or whatever sort of concept idea you want to come up with. And your friends and followers can use that same thread essentially to upload their own image. And it all gets joined in this one sort of sticker and will show up all the other profiles that are posted under that sticker. So it seems like Instagram's really trying to focus on collaboration and like really making it interconnected between followers, partners, whoever it is. I just thought it was an interesting feature. It's not really something I'd seen before. I'm not sure how I, in my personal life, would use something like that because I can't really see myself jumping on it. Actually, well, I mean, in saying that, I went to a wedding on the weekend and I was just thinking we were asked, obviously, not to take photos because there was professional photographers. But in a circumstance like that, you could have sort of like a birthday tag or a wedding tag or something, and everyone at that event could post photos and stories. Maybe that
Yeah,
would be
it
a use case for it.
could be used across, like this is my dog, like upload photos of your dog,
Yeah.
or this is my insert anything almost here. Um, the fact that they're creating like a public thread makes me think of Twitter and how Twitter sort of lets you comment publicly. I am not a huge Twitter user. I've found that thread system to be a little bit confusing because you're sort of starting with one thing and then the further you go down, the more removed I feel
It
like you
just
get from
gets
the original.
insane. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
it happen on Reddit even, and you just end up with all these different
Yeah.
conversations, and it's like, what's happened? Where are we?
Yeah.
Mm.
Which I wonder, I mean, I assume that this is part of stories, so there'd be a 24-hour window there. Um, I'm not a I know you like using stories, Kelsey, and
Mhm.
I get the value around it. But I feel like around things where you're asking people to essentially submit their own thing, there might be something to be said for keeping those like responses around for longer than 24 hours, um, to build out. Could you imagine a Facebook group where every post only lasts 24 hours and then you lose that value essentially that you're trying to
Mhm.
create? But then again, maybe Instagram isn't trying to create value, it's just trying to increase collaboration between users and sort of that social slash community effect. Maybe that's their focus.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes to stories, they really are intended to just be that 24-hour. It's like short, sharp, don't think about it kind of thing. It's temporary, and that's the point. So I think trying to build out that sort of archive or whatever doesn't really apply in this circumstance. Um, Yeah, and I mean, I think when it comes to posting stories and things, you usually save the photo anyway, so it's not like it's going to disappear forever. It's just not going to be live forever.
Well, the collaboration with everyone though, like this is my, Saturday morning. Um,
Mm.
Add yours, but then you lose the real benefit to it. Um, but and it yeah, just makes me wonder like that the difference between Facebook and Instagram is increasingly like becoming weirder, artificially weird. I think like they're adding the collab features and things like that, and it's sort of like they're trying to keep them separate intentionally versus
Mm.
because you could see them converging, right? Like really, I'm not
Hope
sure
they
why they
don't.
wouldn't. Well, if they were Google, I reckon they would have done something like that already.
Mm.
But um,
Yeah, I think I like the approach that Instagram's taking because it feels like it's more of a conversational kind of app versus permanent stuff. It's not like building out. I mean, obviously you've got your feed, but I think when it does come to these stories and temporary collabs and all of that, it's like you've got to see it live. It's like you're part of the conversation there in person rather than just looking at it later kind of thing. And I think
a bit
I
more
do enjoy
Twitter-like,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Like just like join the conversation for the moment or for the 24 hours.
Yeah.
I just looked it up as well. I think the other thing is that Facebook has twice as many users as Instagram.
Mm.
Um,
Active though?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Because I know
which
there's
doesn't
obviously a hell of a
surprise
lot
me.
of inactive Facebook accounts. Yeah,
Yeah, but YouTube's got 2.3 billion. Um, Facebook's number one, I believe, with
makes
3
sense.
billion. Then it's WhatsApp as third, Instagram as fourth, Facebook Messenger as fifth. So
It's weird.
Facebook is, or Meta is absolutely dominating the space. But it makes me, whoa, Instagram has just 450 employees apparently, which is
Yeah.
like next to nothing.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess, because it's their offering is quite focused. Like they've got a few core things that they do. Facebook obviously has like you go into your extras tab and there's just a million things going
It's
on.
because of everything.
Yeah, Facebook, I mean Instagram stories, feed, direct messages,
That's about it.
sponsorships. Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
very like focused on a couple of products. So I think the support team doesn't need to be as significant as it would for Facebook or other apps.
Yeah, yeah. The whole stickers thing is an interesting concept, I think. And yeah, sort of Instagram's almost becoming like a Snapchat, but in, I don't know, sort of that temporary m- media sort of space.
Mhm.
Because apart from Instagram and Snapchat, I don't think anyone else really does that. Facebook stories don't
No.
don't don't count.
Apparently, WhatsApp is potentially introducing a disappearing kind of message thing. I haven't looked into it, but I did see
Right.
that pop up the other day.
Like a self-destruct, probably. It's like send
Yeah,
this and it, which Snapchat does, I believe.
yeah.
Um,
Everyone's kind of just stealing what Snapchat's done, but doing it better. And Snapchat's sort of just stuck.
S- Snapchat's just doing its thing. Well, I think we talked about in a previous episode about Snap, the company behind Snapchat, um, focusing more on their technologies as, I think,
Yeah,
a white label provider rather than a social platform in itself.
yeah. Smart
Um,
move.